My name is Phyllis Nash, and I am Chief here at WCANA. So excited to be amongst you guys on this wonderful Juneteenth, as well as Father's Day celebration. And I am about to I had one of our corporate team working so hard this morning. I want to just take my hat off to Christian Phillips, as always, working hard with me this morning to get better at what we do. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. And with that being said, I'm going to go find my presentation, and I'm going to get this party on the road. Where am I at? Okay. So guys, we're talking about the flat belly lifestyle. And so we're getting ready to get started and share with you all the stuff we know. And let me just tell you a little bit about WCANA. Our vision is that we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. Now, our mission is that we are a catalyst to stir them up. You see, we never, ever, ever thought we were going to just be a company, but a movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, formulators, and investors, evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. So here are my other three co-founders. You just saw two fabulous ones. We starting off with our own Dr. Rita J. McGuire. She is our Chief Medical Officer. She's also our health pillar, but she's also an expert in the cannabis industry, guys. She was asked to come down and testify before the state legislature before they legalize adult use marijuana here in Illinois. And then Patricia Van Pelt, our president, our pillar of wealth, an evangelist, and also almost a fourth-term state senator here in Illinois. And then there was Melissa Boston with her husband on the lakefront enjoying this Father's Day and Juneteenth. She is our visionary. She is our CEO. She is our pillar of legacy. And as you see, we always show up and show out no matter what's going on. Having over 30 years in the industry of social selling, and myself, a lifelong entrepreneur, just loving to be considered the midwife of WCANA, because I just love helping you birth the possibilities that everyone is pregnant with. And then by the end of our 2.5 years, our first 2.5 years, we had done in cumulative sales, $7 million in sales. And we just made 3 years old on 4/20. Now take a look at our medical advisory board, headed up by none other than our own Rita J. McGuire. We have every walk of life participating in our health advisory board, from social workers to chiropractors to MDs to PharmDs, from psychiatrists to psychologists, from nurse practitioners. Every walk of life in the healthcare industry. And guys, not only do they use our products, but they recommend those products to their patients. And let's talk a little bit about CBD. See, that is such a versatile herb that you're gonna find it coming up in so many different products. Back when we started out in 2019, we definitely had CBDs in all types of forms. That is a $7 billion industry today, looking to go to $20 billion by the year, just a short year and a half, 2024. We also have added hair care, which is an $87 billion industry. Skincare at $190 billion. We started off with our essential oils. That's a $20 billion industry. And when the pandemic came along, guys, we pivoted because we wanted to make sure we brought something to the marketplace that could take care of your immune system. But did you know that's a $3.4 trillion industry? And weight loss, $288 billion. But we're gonna blow that market up with our own flat belly lifestyle. So again, here we are. You see Dr. Eric Prince, our naturopath. He is the person whose formulation for over 12 years has been helping people to take back their health. Melissa Boston, our founder, Dr. Rita, and we also have our own diamond minister, Willie Mooney. And so I am going to bring up our CEO. I've already talked a little bit about her, but this lady is amazing. I've known her now for over 16 years, and she made an impact on my life when I first met her. Guess what? She had just fired her boss from corporate America, making 6 figures a year. But guess what? That didn't afford her the time freedom that she wanted to spend with the people that she cared about the most. So she fired her boss, went into social selling full time, became MVP of 3 companies and building teams in over 46 countries, did a pivot back in 2017 when she became the CEO of another cannabis company. And here, voila, here we are with Wakana, being headed up by our own Melissa Boston, a wife, a mother, a grandma, CEO of Wakana, our pillar of legacy, our visionary, author of the Proverbs Diet. Who knew several years later we would be bringing Flat Belly Lifestyle, and she is a best-selling co-author. Melissa, you want to take it away?
Hey, Phyllis, I am here. Thank you so much. As you can see, it is Juneteenth. It is Father's Day, so I'm here with my hubby, enjoying these phenomenal, festivities. But I want to say hello and just thank you for all that you do. I'm going to turn my camera off real quick because I'm going to move around just so that I can have a chance to get in a more quiet place. They have music coming up soon. But that's what I love about our business, Phyllis. We can do it from wherever. I know you guys just got back from an exciting trip in Jamaica. I mean, it was so spectacular. In fact, we said, hey, listen, guys, our life is starting to look like most people's vacation. And I want to thank you, Phyllis, for all that you do. I mean, that introduction was tremendous and you are just phenomenal. We love you so much for all that you do to hold it down here at Wakana. And I'm excited because yes, this is our Emancipation Day. This is our Freedom Day. And you guys are on the line because you understand that Wakana means freedom, okay? It really is a business that can give you not just your health back, but also your wealth. It can help you change your legacy for generations. And so I want to welcome you to the line. I want to welcome all of our guests. In fact, we have some amazing specials in honor of Juneteenth. In fact, our offices will be closed tomorrow, but you can enjoy 10% discount all weekend long, all the way through midnight on Monday. So make sure that if you want to make a purchase, this is the time to do so and get that extra 10%. And so what I want to really do now is invite you, to take the pledge. In fact, the person who invited you on the line cared so much about you because they want you to know what we're doing with the Flat Belly Lifestyle. They've invited you not just to listen, but to take the pledge with them. In fact, when we think about Flat Belly Lifestyle, it is actually a revolutionary approach to weight and health management by Wakana for Life. Phyllis told you a lot of great details about Wakana, but this program is based on spiritual principles, scientific evidence, and validation from real people. I'm going to just give you a snapshot of some of what you heard with Phyllis. Yes, this is a company that actually launched because of Wakana. Wakana started back in 2019. We're located here in Chicago, and Phyllis told you about the founders of Wakana. We now have more than 23,000 customers, over $8 million in sales. We employ over 20 people, and we take 1% of our gross profit and put it back into our community. We launched back in 2021, the Flat Belly Lifestyle. And if you go online to Google, you'll see that we have 100% all 5-star ratings. How powerful is that? We believe that true well-being is only found by connecting. And when we think back, with our great grandmothers and how they connected to the garden, to the earth, to that inner wisdom, that's really what this movement's about. In fact, if you look at some of the scriptures, Genesis 1:29 says, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit and seed in it. They will be yours for food. And so now we've joined the wellness industry, which is super exciting to know. It's a $3.4 trillion industry. And you've already heard about some of the industries that we're involved in. And tonight, we're going to jump really into the herbs and botanicals and the weight loss sector of really what makes us so fired up and excited. And so what is the pledge? Research shows that many chronic diseases can be avoided by eating according to your blood type and by focusing on more plant-based meals. In fact, would you pledge to go plant-based for your blood type if it meant living a healthier and more fulfilling life? Would you be willing to make some changes if you can live your best possible life by making simple decisions? So what is your goal? Maybe your goal is going plant-based. Maybe you want to lose weight, get in shape, maybe inspire your family, improve mental health. Think about our millennials. So many of them are suffering with anxiety and depression. Perhaps you're on the line right now because you want to prevent and avoid chronic disease. So think about right now, what is your goal? If you can change something over the next 21 days, what would it be? And so what you're going to learn tonight, the science behind the bioscan. You're going to learn how to eat for your blood type, the root cause of disease, solutions to help you live your best life. You're going to hear inspiring stories from real people. So let's look at the top causes of death. When we look at the leading causes of death back in 2020, I mean, look what happened. I mean, COVID just came out of nowhere, and it actually became the #3 leading cause of death back in 2020. But then we look at the other causes of death. I mean, heart disease. It has remained the #1 killer for decades of both men and women, and then cancer. It's time for a change. African Americans are disproportionately impacted by almost every chronic and fatal disease. When we look at preventative medicine, there's a lot of things out there that can actually help slow the rate of disease, help us avoid disease. But do you know that these technological advances have not been widely made available to our community? So what do we need to do? We need to start by learning your blood type and then finding out what's happening at the cellular level. And here's a question. Do you know your blood type? Are you curious to know what's happening inside of your body? There are certain foods that might be toxic to you, but if you don't know your blood type, you would be unaware that these foods are toxic to you. Understand that one man's food could be another man's poison. This is just a sample of some of the hundreds of items that you might need to avoid depending on your blood type. And so let's say you're like me, you're an A. A blood type A should actually avoid most animals, even meat and bananas. In fact, as a blood type A, you really should be vegetarian. But what if you grew up eating meat your entire life and maybe you're seeing diseases, and that's because of the consequence of you not knowing your blood type? Blood type B should avoid avocados, black beans, chicken, and shrimp. And then our ABs share many of the traits of both A and Bs. And then we have our O's, and they should actually avoid things like avocados, dairy, most grains, and even white wine. And so what makes this possible is something called biotechnology. Biotechnology is actually rooted in the word biology. It's the utilization of cellular and biomolecular processes that actually help to improve our lives. When we look worldwide, do you know that this type of technology has helped to reduce infectious disease and has saved the lives of millions of children? Now, there's a wide range of uses for this technology. We use something called the bioscan. It's non-invasive. It doesn't use radiation or any other harmful process. And it's primarily used in Eastern medicine by naturopath doctors and chiropractors. And what our bioscan captures is the phenomenon of how energy radiates. When you think about Albert Einstein, he recognized that a long time ago, the future of medicine would be energy medicine. Do you know that our bodies are made of trillions of cells? These cells are growing and splitting and regenerating. Every second, 25 million cells are dividing. Our red blood cells are renewing at a rate of 100 million per minute. During this process of cell division and renewal, our body is actually emitting signals. These are electronic wave signals. And it's these signals that are determining whether the body is healthy or unhealthy. And now we compare those signals with the spectrum of disease, nutrition, and other indicators of irregularities. And what we want to do is help to prevent an issue from happening in the first place. So many times we think, when someone has a heart attack or stroke, it just came out of nowhere. I mean, we all know those heartbreaking stories. Somebody in their 40s and they drop dead. Do you know that for 25% of people, when they have a heart attack, their first symptom was death? So we don't want to wait until the crisis. We know that the healthiest human beings on the planet have 100% energy. But doctors can only first diagnose disease when it's at 30% energy. The point of no return is 4% energy, and then death is 0%. And do you know that medical devices are designed to detect disease at the crisis level? By the time a tumor cell is recognized, it is already divided millions of times. Our bioscan can ascertain disease down to as little as 10 cells. That's powerful. It was actually invented by a team of medical and computer experts. The accuracy rate is between 85 and 95%. It takes just a couple of minutes. It's been around for more than 40 years. They actually compared and studied over 100 million clinical cases to bring this technology into existence. And so let's take a look at one of the tests and the report cards that we get from the bioscan. This is one that actually is measuring cardiovascular and cerebral vascular. And this is a report card. These test results are for reference only. They're not a diagnostic conclusion. But if you look here to the left where it says actual testing results, these are the items we test. This is normal range. This is where the particular patient was tested. And this is actually the feedback using color code so that you can see if it's green, that means normal, blue is mildly abnormal, yellow is moderately abnormal, and then red is severely abnormal. If it's to the right, it represents an increase. To the left, it represents a decrease. And one of the things we really have to understand when it comes to artery disease, see, artery disease becomes that silent killer, because with artery disease, oftentimes we don't even know that our arteries are clogged in the first place. It takes your artery being about 60% clogged sometimes for you to even have a symptom like shortness of breath or feeling chest pains. And so here's the reality, guys. If your vascular elasticity, coronary elasticity, or cerebral blood vessel elasticity are at a decrease, and when we do the bioscan, we often see these show up on the report at a decrease, it basically means you are building up plaque. And this plaque is what leads to a stroke or a heart attack. And we can see this on our bioscan. In fact, there's something known as atherosclerosis. And when we have atherosclerosis, it means we already show those early stages of plaque. And you can be at an optimal state where you don't see plaque at all, borderline where you're starting to see those early signs, high level, or the dangerous level. And that's when the arteries are blocked. And when the arteries are blocked, now we have artery disease, and it leads to atherosclerosis blood clot. And a stroke basically means when a blood clot is blocking the blood flow to the brain. That's how we end up with the stroke. So wouldn't it be great if we can actually see these things way before the crisis? And with a heart attack, the blood clot blocks the blood flow to the heart muscle. And now we can actually even look at the liver and show you a report card of the liver. In fact, in this particular report card, we can see that this person has liver fat. And not only liver fat, but it is severe, and it's actually moderately fat. And what that means is they're developing a condition which is causing their liver to be less effective at doing what it's supposed to do, and that's being the filter for the body. And so there's this new epidemic of fatty liver disease, and we call it non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It's a potential fatal condition that wreaks as much damage to your liver as would a bottle of vodka every day. And the reality, it's on the rise. 80 to 100 million people in the United States are being faced with this. In fact, of those 100 plus million, do you know that 16 million have a more aggressive form? We call this the silent killer. And for some of those, it's going to lead to cirrhosis of the liver. In fact, our kidney function, when we think about kidney function and we think about where that should be, do you know that we can actually also see if the kidneys are not doing their job, if it's building up too much uric acid, too much protein in the urine. And when we start to see excess protein in the urine, it means we already have a degree of kidney damage. And so let's look at 5 stages of kidney disease, because oftentimes we look at disease and we think it just happened overnight, but it's a progression. Oftentimes, many of us have very healthy kidneys, but some people already are functioning less than 90%, right? And then when it's greater than 90%, you're in what they call stage 1, because that means you have a normal or high function. But once it gets below 90%, you already hit what they call stage 2 kidney disease. And that's a mild decrease. And again, you're not going to typically have symptoms at that level. So again, by the time we get to stage 5, this is kidney failure. This is where people are being put on dialysis machines. Wouldn't you want to know well before stage 5 what's going on? Because here's the reality. It is estimated that every 30 seconds, a leg is being amputated. And 85% of these amputations are the result of diabetes. Because what happens is when you have diabetes, the body's not working properly, the kidneys stop functioning, and all of a sudden your blood stops circulating properly. And now what normally requires just minimal work to heal requires sometimes going to the hospital just to heal. And now diabetics get these foot ulcers that don't heal, that often can lead to things like gangrene, and then eventually cause your foot or leg to be amputated. And what we're seeing is both diabetes and dialysis are increasing at alarming rates. African Americans and Hispanic children who are born after the year 2000 have a 50% chance of developing diabetes in their lifetime. And this is going to shorten their lifespan. In fact, the high levels of sugar that are in the blood over time lead to kidney damage, which over time lead to kidney failure. We can also do an assessment of the body to see whether you're acid or whether you're acidic. Do you know that disease cannot live in an alkaline environment, but in an acidic environment, disease thrives? And when we do the bioscan, we're seeing so many people that are already in an acidic state. Oftentimes when we're young, maybe in your 19 or 20, the body can maintain a degree of alkalinity. But by the time we've eaten all these processed foods over many, many years, the body starts to turn acidic, and that's where disease can thrive. In fact, we call this chewicide. And we know that a lot of this is by design. We see that our neighborhoods are loaded with fast food restaurants on every corner. We see our children are bombarded with commercials that actually show and expose to them highly addictive food that are targeted to kids. Do you know that in countries like France, this is considered predatory advertising? They do not allow these big billion-dollar companies to advertise during cartoons and kids programs, but they allow that here in this country. We know that companies and huge corporations have created trillion-dollar industries off of our pain, and it is time for a change. And I am super excited because I have the opportunity to introduce to you someone who's going to really speak to you about why this is happening and what we can do about it. Not only is she the chief medical officer here at Wakana, but she's an OB/GYN. Do you know that she has delivered over 8,000 babies over the last 30 years? This is a lady who's such an expert on health and wellness. She owns her own fitness company. She inspires thousands of people across the United States to lead healthier lives. She's been featured on Fox, CNN. She's been featured, oh my goodness, on so many publications. We are just so proud of you. Dr. Rita McGuire, MD, if you can go ahead and take it away.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Melissa. That was incredible. When you speak about these chronic conditions, diabetes, fatty liver, atherosclerosis, I just cannot help to think to really remind our community that these conditions are preventable. Like, we can change the trajectory of our health with our diet. And so I'm excited to be here. Happy Juneteenth, happy Father's Day. I am here on labor and delivery, waiting to usher another baby on Juneteenth, Freedom Day, Emancipation Day, Father's Day. A lot of happy fathers this afternoon. But I want to talk about the top 5 root causes of disease, the top 5 root causes of disease. And number 1 is lack of oxygen. You know, one of the primary causes of disease, like cancer, arthritis, a lot of comorbidities that we see, iron deficiency, anemia, is the human body lacking cellular oxygen, the inability of the cell to use oxygen, and a lack or an excess of nutrients. And we see that hypoxemia or lack of oxygen, we see that in so many diseases today, and so many deficiencies, like I said, in iron deficiency, in anemia, that we can absolutely reverse. Number 2, mucus and parasites. You know, whipworm, tapeworm, roundworm, giardia, hookworm, codicea, coccidia, all of these human intestinal parasites and infections are a result of us eating a lot of animal protein. A lot of these parasites are found in our meat. So mucus and parasites cause havoc on our intestinal tract. It causes a lot of infections and disease states, and absolutely is one of the top. Number 3 is toxicity. You know, when we look on the left side, we see the typical Western American diet: fast food, processed food, fried food. We know that colon cancer kills 400% more people than AIDS. It kills more people than breast cancer and prostate cancer. In fact, up to 50% of Americans have some sort of colon or intestinal issue going on, be it diverticulitis, Crohn's disease, ulcers. It's from the fact that these toxic chemicals from our foods are building up. So we've got to detoxify. The process of detoxification happens in these important organs and glands. One primarily is our liver. It's the primary detoxifying organ, but also our lungs, our gut, our colon, our intestine, our skin. Toxins have to be removed on a regular basis so that our body can be free. Number 4 is deficiencies. Vitamin D deficiency and the lack of vitamin D affects 1 billion people around the globe. 1 billion people are affected by vitamin D deficiency. This is a fat-soluble vitamin that's hugely important in a lot of reduction in chronic illnesses like cancer, like arthritis, a lot of your respiratory illnesses like asthma and COPD can cause chronic kidney disease, bone pain, infertility, skin disorders like psoriasis and hypertension. But vitamin D really got its claim to fame during COVID infection. We found that those who were deficient in vitamin D were ones that were sicker during this global pandemic. So vitamin D deficiency is another root cause in disease states. We also have number 5. You know, Melissa talked about the acid in our blood. Acidity in our body can cause disease. So how does our body become acidic? Again, it's in the foods that we're eating. Now, a normal pH of our blood should be around 6.4 or higher. So you can see in this slide, those foods that are on the alkaline side, where we want our body and our blood to be, are more your fruits, your vegetables, right? When you look on the left to the acidic side, you see processed food, you see dairy, you see meat. So we want to address these top 5 root causes of disease: lack of oxygen or hypoxemia, mucus and parasites, toxins from our foods, vitamin D deficiencies and other minerals and vitamin deficiencies, and an acidic blood. So are you ready to live your best possible life? Are you ready to really enjoy your family, have more time, and to travel? Well, when we talk about reversal of aging, when we talk about the disease state, we're talking about quality of life. We're not only talking about living to your 90s and beyond, but we're talking about living a quality long life so that you are able to enjoy life. You are able to spend time with your family and you're able to travel. So Dr. Eric Prince, our naturopath, is the formulator of our phase 3 program. He's a master coach. He's a master world champion in track and field. And he states you cannot consciously resolve your health issues on the same mental level that you unconsciously use to create them. And this is so profound because Dr. Eric Prince understands that in the healthcare industry, you know, we were taught to write prescriptions. We were taught to treat disease. We were not taught prevention. We were not taught nutrition. We were not taught lifestyle modification using these tools to prevent and to reverse disease. So I want to talk about how to reset your life. How do you reset your life? Well, you've got to have the right products. And Flat Belly Lifestyle 2.0 was absolutely such a game changer in my own life. You know, I'm going to be 60 in October, but I started having some issues with my blood pressure. I've never been on medication. I've never had high blood pressure, but I was faced with elevated blood pressures. I started the 21-day cleanse. Not only did I rid my body of 10 pounds of waste, but I also lowered my blood pressure naturally with no medication. I lowered my stress. I had more energy. I was sleeping better. I was feeling better. I was happier by going through this program. So let's talk about some of the products in our 21-day raw cleanse. Well, step 1 is addressing those mucus and parasites that we talked about, right? Step 1 is an herbal product formula that removes and eliminates excess mucus and parasites. Step 2 is the purifier. It cleanses the colon. It detoxifies those bodily organs, right? Like the liver, the lung, the skin, these major organs. Well, this is cleansing the colon to remove and to detoxify those toxins. And then step 3, replenishing vitamins and minerals. See, ashwagandha, chlorella, probiotics, dulce, prebiotics, moringa, beetroot, rose hips, noni fruit root, wheatgrass, one of my favorite, and apple fiber. These are all superfoods. These are superfoods that are rich in minerals and vitamins, which help your body stay healthy and to prevent disease. We talked about the root causes, right? All of these products are helping to address those root causes. When the body is nourished, when your organs are functioning normally, this not only improves your energy, I had a burst of energy, but it will also maintain a healthy weight. And many of us struggle with maintaining a healthy weight. We're always yo-yoing, we're up and down, we're up and down. Well, we absolutely have a program that will help to rid those toxic chemicals, to help remove the excess weight, and to maintain a healthy weight. As well as it's an age reversal. Biologically, you will look and feel much younger. So our CEO, our visionary and best-selling author, Melissa Boston, talks about how herbs and botanicals are living things. These are living things. So think of them as allies instead of consumables. You know, each person has a particular plant ally that we can get to know and will come to aid when we are in need. So phase 3 is our 21-day raw cleanse. We've talked about the products that are included in the 21-day raw cleanse is our eliminator, the purifier, and the regenerator. 3 incredible products. Our phase 2, because we have another phase, maybe 21 days is a little too much for you right out of the gate, where our phase 2 is our 7-day raw cleanse. It gives you those same products, the eliminator, the purifier, and the regenerator for 7 days. Now, we do have a deluxe package, which also includes these 3 products along with our flat belly gummies and our coffee and the bitters, or you can do the a la carte package that you see here. We have a phase 1, you know, maybe 21 days is too much, or maybe 7 days is too much. Well, we have a phase 1 for those who just wanna first start slowly and then gradually move up. Well, our phase 1 is a plant-focused detox program. It's our bitter program. It is an opportunity for you to follow a plant-focused diet along with our incredible products, including our flat belly coffee. See, this flat belly coffee is not really coffee, right? When we think of coffee, we think of Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks. No, this is a very, very unique brew. It's very delicious. And we're utilizing CBD or cannabidiol, the non-psychotropic part of the cannabis plant, to really help to burn fat and boost your metabolism. So this formula can be safely used in those who have random drug screens at their job. Our flat belly bitter doesn't contain CBD or cannabidiol, but it is a tea, a bitter tea that helps to stimulate your digestion, detoxify the liver, and control your carbs, your sugar, and your carb appetite. This product, again, is not infused with CBD. And then our flat belly gummies. Our flat belly gummies are amazing. They're formulated with our CBD, our broad spectrum CBD, that's non-psychotropic. It's ingredients that really helps to improve gut health. It boosts your metabolism. It controls your appetite. And at the same time, it's reducing inflammation and pain. So this is a great program, phase 1, that's plant focused, that will help you to detox and to also help you get to those weight goals. So simply follow our plan. I want you to go to flatbellylifestyle.com. If you're a guest on the line, you can screenshot this slide. Go to flatbellylifestyle.com and you're going to join our community there. You can download your free ebook. You can take your pledge. You can also screenshot the Facebook QR code here to join our Facebook group. We've got emotional support. We have recipes, meal plans. We have fun and effective workout plans. We have ebooks and other tools as well as coaching. So you absolutely want to join our flatbellylifestyle.com, download your free ebook, and join our Facebook group. Testimonials are amazing. You know, Phyllis Nash, our CSO, our Chief Sales Officer and midwife of Wakana, was the first to take the pledge. She did the 21-day cleanse, and what's so incredible is not only she dropped 17 pounds of waist, but she was able to reduce her cholesterol by 50 points. Now that's really huge. And that's huge because we all know that medications come with side effects, right? And one of the biggest medications out there are those statins that help to lower your cholesterol, but they also cause a lot of havoc on the liver. They can cause early dementia. They can cause full body myalgia, body pain. Well, Phyllis was able to turn that cholesterol issue around with our 21-day raw cleanse. We have other testimonials, not only Phyllis, but Tariq. Tariq lost 25 pounds of waist on the 21-day raw cleanse. Mary, she lost 21 pounds and 14% of her body weight. That's huge, along with 9 inches off her waist. You know, when you carry weight in your midriff area, in your abdomen area, that increases your risk of metabolic syndrome. You know, that amount of weight increases your risk of heart disease, diabetes, hypertension. Crystal Robinson also lost 11 pounds, removed from her belly in just 21 days. See, that belly fat makes your heart work more, increases your heart, increases liability to your health. So you absolutely want to join our flat belly lifestyle. Beatrice, she participated in phase 1 and phase 3. She was able to remove unwanted belly fat, again, reducing her risk of metabolic syndrome, reducing her risk of diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, and dropping more than 30 pounds. This is absolutely resetting your life. This is absolutely reversing the aging. This is also reversing a lot of chronic illnesses and disease. So select your phase. Select your phase 1, phase 2, or phase 3, and just think about how you want your body. Just imagine how you want to look and feel in the next 7 to 21 days. Step 2, get with the person that invited you and make your purchase today. Step 3, connect with your wellness coach via the flatbellylifestyle.com. Make sure when you register on flatbellylifestyle.com that you take the pledge, you download your free ebook, and you join the conversation on Facebook. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining today. It is an amazing day. Not only is it Emancipation Freedom Day, it's Father's Day, but it's Flat Belly Lifestyle 2.0 Day. As Melissa stated, we are hosting 10% discount sales until Monday midnight. So get involved, connect with the person that invited you, pick the phase. Let's get started. Let's reset for life. Let's get healthy, and let's really share this information with all of our loved ones, all of our friends and family, and our community. I'm going to stop sharing now. We're going to take some questions. If you have questions on the line, you can put it in the chat, or you can unmute your mic and ask your questions.
Hi, Bernadine. I just unmuted to say fabulous presentation as always. And I don't know if my newest partner was on the line when I welcomed her, Julia out of California. I just want to say welcome and thank you so much for being a part of this amazing movement.
Is that Julia that you say?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Welcome. Well, yes, Julia is here. Julia, we want to welcome you. If you'd like to unmute, if you'd like to take your video off, you can, We want to welcome you to our Flat Belly Lifestyle. We want to welcome you to our Wakana family, and we are so excited to have you. I see her here, Bernadette.
I think she has a lot going on in her background. She said she had to be muted because there's so much noise going on, but she wanted to be a part of this.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Bernadette. Any other questions out there? I'm looking at the chat. Let me see if there's any in the Q&A. There's no Q&A here. Perfect. Wonderful. So I just want to let you all know that after the 21-day cleanse, I became a raw vegan. So I'm here at Labor and Delivery here, and I've got my beet, celery, spinach, apples, carrots, and ginger. I'm still doing my juicing 3 to 4 times a day, eating my raw salads. I feel incredible. I am down now 25 pounds, and it's just been such a game changer not to be having to take antihypertensive medication and to feel the energy that I'm feeling. I mean, I already had a lot of energy, but I have even more energy now because I'm eating more raw, live food that is alive. So you can only imagine what that would make anyone feel like. So this is what can happen to you after the 21-day cleanse. You can continue the process of embracing a vegan lifestyle. You can go back to maybe being a vegetarian, but we absolutely are here to assist you in the next steps going forward after you do that cleanse. If there's any questions. Thank you, thank you. I have a guest on, I think someone has a guest on, Bert Griffin. Bert Griffin, welcome, welcome. We want to thank you for joining us today. We love having guests. After the conclusion of the 21-day cleanse, how should one return to food eating if not on a vegan track? So after you come off a 21-day cleanse, you want to do our post-regimen cleanse. You always, when you're coming off a cleanse, you never want to go back and eat cooked food, right? You want to slowly introduce cooked food back into the system. Huge shock to the intestinal tract. So we have a post-cleanse program with the meal plan, but you want to come off that 21-day cleanse with salads, with fruits, with raw nuts. So that's a great question. Any other questions? So if you can put in the chat, if you completed the 21-day cleanse, I would love to know how many 21-day cleansers we have out there. If you're phase 1, put that in, or phase 2, which is relatively new, our 7-day cleanse, but just put it in the chat, you know, that you did phase 3, phase 2, phase 1. They are all incredible. We're here to support you. We're here to coach you. We're here to really make you successful in whatever phase that you choose. Please connect with the person that invited you so that you can get your products, advantage of the sale, the discounts that we have going on for Juneteenth and the holiday. Wonderful. Oh my gosh. 40 pounds, Bernadine. That's amazing. Someone like a lot of our distributors, our guests, our customers completed all 3 phases. So yes, that's opportunity for you to start slow and go low, and then you can build yourself up.
I have a question.
Wow, Karen Williams is on day 9, 11 pounds of toxins. Congratulations, Karen. Yes, I'll take your question. Oh, I think she's muted. You want to unmute your mic? I can see you talking.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm trying to gain weight, but I'm interested in the cleanse, but that would make me look, get skinnier.
Yeah,
And I'm trying to gain weight.
yeah, that's such a good question. You know, one of the reasons why you can't gain weight is because there's a lot of toxins that have to be removed and released, right? So we absolutely need you to do the 21-day cleanse so that your body can be reset, so that you can start taking in very nutritious, healthy nutrients so you can gain weight. Many people who can't gain weight is because they don't have the right amount of enzymes, vitamins, and minerals in their body to metabolize for weight gain. So yes, we want you to do the 21-day cleanse or the 7-day cleanse so that you can get those toxins out and we can get on the road to gaining weight.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Does that make sense? You got to remove the toxins. You've got to remove all the toxic chemicals that are going on in your body so that your body can assimilate and metabolize nutrients so that you can gain weight.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So I want you to connect with the person that invited you. Who invited you?
Dr. Ross. Dr. Ross.
So we can get you on the program, okay?
Okay.
What's your name? I just see Galaxy. What's your name?
Oh, Tedika.
Tedika.
Tedika. Yes.
Nice to meet you, Tedika. And welcome to
Thank you. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, but I live in Texas.
Nice. Well, welcome to the Flat Belly Lifestyle 2.0. We welcome you. We are excited for you.
Thank you.
And we look forward to your testimony.
Oh, I can't wait.
I had to detox before I could gain my weight.
Okay.
Wonderful. Any other questions? Yeah, Paula G. Paula G, let's do it. Paula G did the phase 3 twice and post-regimen, leaning toward raw, vegan. She's lost 20 pounds. She doesn't want to lose any more. Very good.
Well,
We can maintain it. Paula G.
shall I listen to this? Listen.
Wonderful. Dr. Roz, you have 5 more days left on our 21-day detox. I think, Dr. Roz, that's your second time. Dr. Betty, 21 and done. Looking forward to doing the 21-day cleanse again. She initially lost 8 pounds of waist. Congratulations. It's very, very interesting and fascinating. No, the word is fascinating, how the body can regulate and really lose. I guess what I'm trying to say is that your body will go through the 21-day cleanse and everyone will have different results. And it really depends on the status of your body, right? If you have more weight and more toxins to lose, you will lose more weight and toxins. If you have less weight, waste and toxins to lose, you'll lose less. So depending on where the state of your body is will depend on your results. So everyone varies in their results. So great job, everyone. So we've got people from 30, 40 pounds to 8 to 10 pounds. Just a phenomenal program. It's much more than weight loss. It really is changing the trajectory of your health, as well as mental, physical, and spiritual, right? A lot of these herbs that are in the products address not only reducing inflammation, so you'll start feeling those joints are not as sore and painful. You'll notice your mental state is improved. So it's just so many side benefits, not side effects, but side benefits to this program. Well, I can talk on and on and on and on. Oh, can I discuss my opinion on plant-based meat products? So my opinion on plant-based meat products is that you do not want to eat a lot of the plant-based meat products like Impossible Burgers and Beyond Meat Burgers. Again, those are processed foods, and we're trying to get away from processed foods. That's the whole point, right? We're trying to embrace fruits and vegetables and live food, raw food. We're trying to cook less food. When you cook food, it increases the mucus buildup in your body. It increases the acidity in your blood. So we want live, raw foods, not processed food. So do I eat vegan processed meat? Very, very rarely, very rarely. Like Memorial Day, I had an Impossible Brats. Very rarely. 99.9% of the time, I'm juicing, I'm drinking my juices and eating my raw salads, but I'm not eating processed food. Great question. Thank you, Victoria. Wonderful. So I'm going to end it here. Have a great rest of your evening. Connect with the person that invited you. Purchase your product, start your plan, take the pledge, join our community. It's an awesome community. And we'll see you next Sunday. Be well, be safe, and God bless you all.